Chapter 9. And entering into a boat, Chapter 8. Chapter 9. And entering into a boat, Chapter 8. Chapter 9. Matthew, Chapter 1. The Book of the Genealogy of Yahushua, Messiah, son of Daud, son of Abraham. Abraham brought forth Yitzchak, and Yitzchak brought forth Yaakov. And Yaakov brought forth Yehuda and his brothers. And Yehuda brought forth Peretz, and Zerah by Tamar. And Peretz brought forth Hetzron, and Hetzron brought forth Ram. And Ram brought forth Amminadab. And Amminadab brought forth Nahshon. And Nahshon brought forth Salmon. And Salmon brought forth Boaz by Rahab. And Boaz brought forth Obed by Ruth. And Obed brought forth...
Praise be the Most High.
Most High. Praises be to the Most High. Shalom, Mark.
Shalom, shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
And Shlomo brought forth
Shalom,
Rehoboam.
shalom.
And Rehoboam
Good
brought
to hear you.
forth
Good to
Abiah.
hear you.
And Abiah brought forth Asa. And Asa brought forth Jehoshaphat. And Jehoshaphat brought forth...
Don't see those other
Joram.
Bama's, man. I sent the
And
link
Joram brought forth
to them a
Uzziah.
little earlier
And
before I
Uzziah
did
brought
you.
forth Jotham.
Okay, well, hey, they'll be here. They better not be drinking their eggnog.
Hizkiyahu. And Hizkiyahu brought forth Manasseh.
I saw one of them with a
And
Yule
Manasseh
Lord.
brought forth Amon.
No.
And Amon brought forth Yoshiyahu.
Tell them to knock the mistletoe
Yoshiyahu
down.
brought forth Yekaniah and his brothers at the time of the exile to Babel. After the exile to Babel, Yekaniah brought forth Shealtiel. And Shealtiel brought forth Zerubbabel. And Zerubbabel brought forth Abihud. And Abihud brought forth Eliakim. And Eliakim brought forth Azor.
I have to send it a
And
second
Azor
time, do I?
brought
We?
forth Sadok.
No,
Oh,
them
Miss-
brothers should be on
You know what's
point
that
right
Eve?
now.
It's
that Eve, Ali.
Oh, wow.
Eve fell on Shabbat this time.
Yeah, I see that. I
Christmas
see that.
Eve.
I see that.
And Yaakov brought forth Joseph, the husband of Miriam, of whom was born
I mean,
Yehusha, who is called
Of all
Son.
nights to Ali, tonight's the night that everyone should have been on early to stay the hell away from that damn day.
Brother, don't you know I know?
And from Daud until the
That's why I
exile
said to
Babel,
myself, hey,
14
I was already
generations.
set up. Shoot.
Exile to Babel,
I had saw that you had put the title out there, and I had figured I'd just, bring up a few things
as follows.
to also,
After his
expound
many
upon the
marriages,
point
engaged to Joseph,
of the seven signs
they
of
came
this,
together,
second coming,
set apart spirit. And Joseph, her
signs
husband,
of the end of
being
this
righteous,
world,
not wishing to
second
make a
coming of
mind,
Christ,
took her away secretly.
the anointed
But he
one.
thought about this. See, a messenger of Yahuwah appeared to him in a dream, saying,
I mean, all of these guys are late, man. I don't get it.
Son of
I sent
David,
this at least 2.5 hours
do not be
ago.
afraid.
Oh yeah, no excuses, but
For that which is in her,
I sent this at least 2.5 hours ago.
oh yeah, no excuses, but
to a son. You shall call his name Yahusha.
like they about to figure it out.
Save his people.
Come on and get on in there. But I'm sure they'll come on as time progresses.
Fulfill what was spoken by Yahuwah through the prophet, saying, see, a maiden shall
Well,
conceive.
that Negro, he's something
And she
else,
shall
boy.
give
I
birth
tell you,
to a
Ali.
son, and they shall call his name
Stranger than
Emmanuel,
fiction.
which translated means El with us.
Yeah, you would think this the time the
Joseph
brothers would be mounded up, but
did as the messenger
I wonder
of
what-
Yahuwah commanded him.
what's holding them up? I know they'll be here.
I'll be glad when the Most High punish these Negroes, man. Especially the fake ones, man. They be faking this.
Oh, they getting theirs right now. That's probably why some of them can't tune in. And if they've been drinking that eggnog, they probably in the restroom now trying to get it out.
And Yahusha, having been born in Bethlehem
Shame,
of
man.
Yehuda in the days of Herod the sovereign, see, Magi from the east came to Jerusalem, saying, where is he who has been born sovereign of the Yahudim? For we saw his star in the east and have come to do reverence to him. And Herod the sovereign, having heard, was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. And having gathered all the chief priests and scribes of the people together, he asked them
This is
where
something,
the
man.
Messiah was to be born. And they
Wait, I
said,
hope they're not engaging in any adultery.
of Yehuda, for
Where
thus
they
it
at, those good
is
brothers? I hope they're not falling under the
But you,
authority of the
Bethlehem,
Roman Catholic
in
Church.
the land of Yehuda, you are by no means least among the rulers of Yehuda. For out of you shall come a ruler who shall shepherd my people Israel. Then
I
Herod
hope those good brothers know Yahweh Shah was not born on no 25th either
from them
of December.
appeared.
They know
And
it.
having sent them to
Okay.
Bethlehem, he
Teaching
said,
that for years, so they know it. There's no
go
excuse in that
search
department.
diligently for the child.
Oh yeah.
And when you have found him, bring back word to me so that I too
That
may
Negro,
go
he's something
and do
else, man.
reverence to him. And
Oh
having
yeah,
heard
strange,
about
brother.
You can't take no. You can't take no
the star which they had seen in the east,
Nigger into an Israelite,
until
man,
it
because you
came
don't
and
stay with
stood over where the child was.
try, but you just can't do
And
it.
seeing the star, they rejoiced.
No, you can't.
And coming into the house,
That's the real reprobated mind. You got to steer away from them because they're drained too much. Too much time wasted. They're not ready to wake up. Obviously.
they presented to him gifts of
The
gold
ones that won't even pick up a book,
and myrrh.
study
And having been
this.
warned in a
I mean,
dream
they're
that they should not return to
age-old remedies, age-old facts.
country by another way.
Hmm.
And when they had left, see, a messenger of Yahuwah appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying,
They got to know
take the child,
the Roman Empire is orchestrating this
and remain
foolishness
there
tomorrow.
I bring you word.
Well, today.
Herod is about to seek the child to destroy him. And rising
Praise
up
the Most High. Shalom, shalom, Shabbat shalom, Ak.
night, and departed from Mitzrayim, and remained there until
Shabbat
the day
shalom.
to fill what was spoken by Yahuwah through the prophet, saying, out of Mitzrayim I have called my son. Then Herod, having seen that he was fooled by the Magi, was greatly enraged. And he sent forth and slew all the male children in Bethlehem and in all its borders, from 2 years old and under, according to the time which he had exactly learnt from the Magi. Then was filled what was spoken by Yirmiyahu the prophet, saying, a voice was heard.
Now we don't want David's
wailing and weeping
junk behind on here. Show me. David's probably lit.
Oh, Dave.
And Herod, having died, see, a messenger
This is shocking, man.
appeared in a dream to Joseph
Wow.
in Mitzrayim, saying, arise and take the child and his mother and go into the land of Israel, for those seeking the life of the child are dead.
This is something else, Ali.
And rising up, he took the child
Wow.
and his mother.
That's
So
all
I
right.
sent this thing to Daryl Thornhill, to Nyan, Jeffrey Lopes, a few more of them.
Oh yeah, everybody that was in
I
that
even
link.
sent it to Eric Smith, man.
Yeah, a lot of them that were in that link
Smith.
got this information. So doesn't make much sense. But no excuses. But it's still early. But it's running late for the guys who were in that link.
Well, I mean, it's the Shabbat, man. You know, this late, you realize, Ali, the Shabbat starts at sunset. Everyone's supposed to be in their quarters then, unless they out teaching, man. For real.
Yeah, there's no excuse, brother. I agree.
Remember in the scriptures, man, you would lock the gate.
Kang.
You can't get in, you can't get out. Everyone's in their quarters. Wow. All right, man. Well, anyways, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Praises to the Most High and the Son. I want to start by saying we appreciate the people that's actually constantly tuning in. It's actually on time. You know, I would pray that people take it a little more serious. This is Yahweh Shai's day. It's Yahweh Shai's Shabbat. You know, so I don't know what you're doing. A lot of you sleep on the Shabbat. When you hear the scriptures start coming out, you start yawning. I mean, all kind of excuses when it comes to the Most High. But when it comes to worldly things, you have all sorts of time. So I want to remind you, man, that we're actually living in these last days. And tonight, I'd like to speak about that subject matter. The last days, sons of the times, end times prophecies. What are we to look for in these last days? Because most of you don't know. Women betraying their husbands, mothers betraying their daughters, daughters betraying their mothers, sons betraying their fathers. All of this is Bible prophecy. But first, I would like to welcome you all to come out to the webinar, which is actually going to take place tomorrow. Not going to go through the book this weekend. I'm going to bring out some new information. Going to cover the why the UCC won and redemption process. I'm going to cover why and go into some discharging of that. I'm also going to cover how to deal with child support, a child support notice of fact, um, validation of debt collections, the essential things you need to know for that, how to construct a declaration of ownership, um, proper overstanding of the UCC. So I'm not going to have time for no BS tomorrow. Gonna really need to get down to it. Gonna go over a few remedies for foreclosure and your right to travel, your right to go from point A to point B. So one of those subject matters touches about something that everyone needs. If it's not child support, it's overstanding why to file the UCC and redemption process and how to discharge debt, declaration of ownership, how to construct one, how to do a debt validation for these collection agencies, um, and child support techniques. So we should have a full house tomorrow, most high willing, if these people really want to get out of the debt that they're in, Ali. I can't figure it
Okay.
out. I can't figure it out, man. For
And
real.
they should want to. They should want to turn over a new leaf. We're going into a celebration of a new Roman year. I know most people are taught it's best to go ahead and come up with some new things, some new financial, come ups and things. So this is a way to do it lawfully, to do it right, to do it so you don't lose it. And this is done with knowledge. You do it this way, it'll be in your family for generations. You don't have to worry about the inevitable Uncle Sam encroaching or approaching you asking for a handout. It'll be with your discretion. So it's good to know a seminar like this could possibly put the ball in a lot of people's court for this 2022 calendar getting ready to take effect. It's really the double up year. That's how I see it. For anybody out there who wants to double up on their prosperity, it'll be best to stay tuned. It would be best to definitely stay tuned.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I hate to say this, Ali. These people that's not here, I think it's safe to say that these guys, if they're not celebrating the whole Christmas thing, they're tied into someone that's doing it. I mean, that's the only reason they would be late on a night like tonight. On all nights, like I stated, and I'll reiterate, you should have been more here. You should have been here more so than anyone, any night, just to stay away from this thing. Because the actual eve of Christmas is bigger than Christmas Day itself. You got people staying up all night. Can't wait to get into that Nimrod tree to open up gifts. They stay up all night. And when the clock strikes 12, they ravish through those gifts. Then they come back, wipe their mouth like nothing happened, like they didn't even celebrate it. And then a lie will look you straight in the eyes and lie.
Yeah, they're going to have to be held accountable for engaging in adultery and obeying the authority of the Roman Catholic churches. You know, this is why we as a people, the Hebrew Israelites, we don't engage in any way and shape or form of this so-called festival of Nimrod's birthday or Mithra or whatever pagan deity that they were worshiping before Yahushua was even here. I mean, this is nothing new under the sun. This has nothing to do with us as a people. We weren't doing this before we got on that ship. I don't know why the people are wanting to partake into it now. I understand, you know, they didn't teach us right knowledge. They did not tell us the truth. But at some point in time, you know, you got to stop lying to the youth. You have to stop lying to them because those kids will grow up and lie to you. What is the benefit of this
Before we
thing?
go into the signs at the end, you know, because these people are not showing up, I want to go through this book, my book. So the spirit just calls me to change up this entire message because of these Bama's are not showing up. And I want to go to page 168, chapter 14 in my book, The Real Hebrew Israelites versus Edom and Khazariah. This book I have. If you haven't got it, get it. And on chapter 14, it's the truth about Christmas. Santa equals Satan. So instead of going into this end of the wall, I want to switch it up for a bit, and maybe by the spirit of the Most High, He will move these damn people that's taking His Shabbat as something likely to get on this call. I hate the spirit is telling me that these brothers are in cahoots with celebrating this Christmas thing because there's no other reason, man. There's no other reason for real. Now I sent it to Gerald Thornhill. I sent it to Benaiah. I sent it to Jeffrey Lopes. I sent it to Raymond Smith. I sent it to Marty Ma. You see what I'm saying? And we got three of us on here
That's crazy.
on a night like tonight.
You would think, you're right. You would come finding shelter, going against the so-called status quo.
The Negro, he wicked, man. That Negro man and that Negro woman, they wicked, man. They're wicked, man. Then they'll lie. They'll swear. They would literally put their hands on the Bible and say, no, I wasn't doing that. Negro, you're a lie. So I'm gonna go into this. I don't think either. I know Yashabin got this book. Who knows where it is? But if anyone have this book, The Real Hebrew Israelites versus Edom and Khazariah, and want to come on and go through this book, then you want to read it, then by all means. So I'm going to start. Page 168 it is. It says, where did the tradition, practices, and customs and beliefs with Christmas begin? Is it the birth of Christ and his disciples? Did his disciples give him gifts on December the 25th? Why do you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans of Negroid descent put up a Christmas tree? When exactly did the celebration of Christmas begin? Are you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans of Negro descent sinning against the Most High when you celebrate Christmas? See, that's a question. That's a question. Those of you who don't know, we're going through my book. That's a question that you're going to have to answer. Your entire life, you practice this paganistic hell of a day, holiday. Well, holiday means holy day, by the way. And never inquired why. Celebrate. Why do you celebrate it, Eric? Your family's doing it. Why are they celebrating it? Ask them why they celebrating it. Never inquire why. You did it because you were taught this by your parents, grandparents, or because everyone else does it. It's time to wake up. The World Book Encyclopedia defines Christmas as the day Christians celebrate the birth of Christ. You see why we can't trust all of their books, Ali?
Cain,
See why we can't
absolutely.
trust it?
That's prophecy. Actually, we don't even understand what they say, neither know what it means. So absolutely.
Yet the scriptures provide no such record of the celebration of Christ's birthday,
Yes,
nor some banquet.
that's
Let
right.
us look at this day you become so jolly over and see how you're sinning against the Most High by worshiping an idol, Nimrod. Advertisements keep you deluded by both television and radio, newspaper, social media. They tend to put you into a paganistic Christian Christmas spirit when they claim that it represents the birth of Christ, who's barely mentioned, by the way. You are busy buying, selling, and wrapping gifts. That's what these dudes, that's what these Bammers are doing right now.
Bam them Bamas.
Has it dawned on you by now that December the 25th has nothing to do with Hamashiach? It is a paganistic practice that was started by Babylonians and has passed from nation to nation, and now you're caught up in this madness of worshiping an idol and not knowing it. You have been greatly deceived, so-called black, so-called Native Americans, and Hispanic of Negro descent. So I'm going to get the book of Jeremiah, 9 verse 5. Jeremiah 9 verse 5. Still learning, keep on learning, D. I'm still learning also. Book of Jeremiah, chapter 9, verse 5.
God. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 9, verse 5. And they will deceive everyone his neighbor and will not speak the truth.
Okay, who's the they that will deceive everyone in their neighbor? It's talking about Esau. It's talking about the world rulers. How do we know? The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Who's ruling the earth? That's how we know. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. I got a question for you, D, since you're still learning. Who's ruling the earth? Someone get that precept, man. Job 9, verse 5, I believe it is. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Who's ruling the earth right now, D? You still running, right? Who's ruling the earth? It says he would deceive everyone and his neighbor. But my mind is just showing a plate, man. That's I quote that scripture so much. They really not here, Ali.
Yeah, I see that. That don't make much
This is
sense.
troubling, man. This is
What
really
they doing?
troubling, man. Someone get the book of Job 9 and 24, man. Salaki. Yeah, I mean, they really not here. So you know something's got to be going on, man.
Yeah.
D, I'm still learning in the banksters, man. It says the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. General Yasha being read. Jeremiah 9 and 5. And they, the Edomites, will deceive everyone in his neighbor and will not speak the truth. They have taught their tongue to speak lies and weary themselves to commit iniquity. Iniquity is like an unjust evil, wickedness.
God. Book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
I got a question for you, Nicholas Careful. Who's controlling the earth? Who rules the earth? See, people like to play stupid, Ali. Let me
Oh,
ask you
yeah.
a question, Ali. Is the so-called black man ruling the earth?
No.
Is the so-called Chinese man ruling the earth?
No.
Is the so-called African man ruling the earth?
La-ah.
I could stop right there, man. We're not going to say it, Ali, because you're not going to get mad and they want to flag you. It's rhetorical.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone knows the answer, but see how people love to play stupid. So I play stupid as well and pretend I don't understand.
Okay.
The earth is given into the hands of the wicked.
Yeah,
And
don't
damn
stand
sure that you
under that.
Negroes, you can't even rule your own household. You can't put your mom in check, your woman in check, because Big Mama's coming over and telling her what to do. All right, so the aforementioned scriptures inform us that the workers of iniquity would deceive everyone to speak lies. That's Jeremiah 9:5. And you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans of Negroid descent, who are the real children of Israel, are following pagan rituals called Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And you cannot even explain why. Besides, it's what your fathers did. That's how you justify it. You're like lambs being led to the slaughter. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans of Negroid descent accept things far too easy and go along with it. You go along with what the next man does. The word Christmas, Christ Mass, right? Christmas, Christ Mass means a mass of Christ. It derives from Babylonian system that are denounced by the Heavenly Father. Let's get the book of Yeshaya, Isaiah 21, verse 9. Man, they really not coming on here, man. Man, this is hard for me to digest, man. It's hard for me to digest, Ali. Every one of them, a bullet for every one of them that's not on her, Ali.
Okay.
To the dome.
Put that in that box.
Damn, demons, hold that. Hold that. Gift wrap that. Gift wrap that, you fake demon.
Okay.
See, Doc, people, most of you are fake anyways, man. I see how you behave when I'm around, man. And you talking to other men, women, and all that. You damn demons, man. Demons, man. That spirit's off as hell, man. I sit back and I watch, Ali. I don't say nothing until the time is right.
Okay.
When they build enough sins on them, I be like the FBI and hit them with a lot of different cases, Ali. Yo, this day you done this, you done this, you done that, you done that. I can't say nothing, man. Eat that.
Hey, relax and take note and keep climbing.
Come on. Isaiah 21:9.
Book of Isaiah, Yeshaya, chapter 21, verse 9. And behold, here cometh a chariot of men with a couple of horsemen. And he answered and said, Babylon is fallen, and all the graven images of her Elohims he hath broken unto the ground.
Strange how gods is spelled in that arc. Little G, little O, little D, little S. It's the same way it's spelled when it's describing us in Psalms 82:6. So why are these people worshiping gods that got the same juice they got? And then they're making graven images. Then I know that Statue of Liberty is a representation of her. I think we may be the only nation that has a her as its so-called representative when you're coming to the shores.
So when one looks at and behold Babylon, one discovers that the Babylonians worship many gods, like the Egyptians, right? and these guys were destroyed. Jeremiah 50 verse 9. Jeremiah 50 verse 9. Wow.
Okay.
All I could say is wow, 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 man. I can't shake this thing, man. This is really troubling me, man. We got people here. There's not even Tazadaq members, and these Bammers didn't show up. Wow.
Book of Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 9. For lo, I will rise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her.
Now, this
From
is not
thence-
talking about ancient Babylon. This is alluding to this modernized Babylon, the United States.
From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain.
Con. Since the modern Babylon, America has taken our customs of the ancients and has become even worse, the Most High will return to destroy her. Christmas started in ancient Babylon, which was ruled by Nimrod. Babylon derives from the Hebrew word Babel, which means confusion and chaos. Nimrod was the grandson and first son of Cush. You can find that in the book of Genesis, Bereshit chapter 10, verse 8 through 10. And Cush begat Nimrod. He began to be a mighty one in the earth. He was a mighty hunter before the supreme Elohim. Wherefore it is said, even Nimrod, the mighty hunter before the supreme Elohim. And the beginning of his kingdom was Babel. In Hebrew, Nimrod means we rebel. What did I say it means, Ali? We rebel.
Come on.
In the Ibrit, the word Nimrod means we rebel, from the Hebrew word marat, meaning warlike or rebellious. Nimrod was opposed to the Most High and wanted the people to worship him as a god. At first, Nimrod ruled Syria, Persia, and all of the Tigris Euphrates area. After being throned king, he was inspired by Satan to be as God or even God. Due to his foolish pride, he invited the Canaanites, the Jebusites, the Amorites, the Horites, etc., who eventually worship him. So they all started to worship Nimrod. Nimrod was so wicked that he married his mother, Semiramis. After his death, Semiramis, being his mother and wife, claimed that Nimrod survived as a spiritual being. She claimed that an evergreen tree sprouted up to full grown overnight from a dead tree stump, which symbolizes the springing forth into new life of the dead Nimrod. On each anniversary of his birthday, she claimed that Nimrod would return and leave gifts upon the tree. December the 25th was the birthday of Nimrod, not twice. Not twice. Generation after generation, adulterous worship of Nimrod became known as the Messiah, the son of Baal, the sun god in the false Babylonian system. So that's where the whole theory of father and son came from. Thus, the worship of mother and child. When you see that song, Ali, Silent Night, Holy Night, around the young virgin mother and child, the mother and child that they're talking about is Nimrod and his mom, not Christ and Mary.
Yeah, they're not hiding this. They're not hiding this.
Come. The sun god, the false Babylonian sister, they worshiped the mother and child. Semiramis and Nimrod began. This worship of mother and child spread throughout the world, although the names changed due to language. In Egypt, Isis and Osiris. In Asia, Cybele and Dias. In pagan Rome, Fortuna and Jupiter. Every Christmas seasons Many sing the song Silent Night with the familiar verse Mother and Child. Now we know it is not Christ's birthday, but you celebrate Nimrod. Christ was not even born in the winter.
That's
Let's
right.
get the book of Luke, chapter 2, verse 8. Luke 2, verse 8 shows you that Christ was not born in the winter.
Book of Luke,
Still
chapter
not
2,
here,
verse
man.
8.
I can't fade them, Ali, man. They must be faded. They
You
must
know,
be
Spirit
faded. David, are you in the house?
probably put a lot of them to sleep. I think the ones who are meant to receive this message are here right now where it counts.
They got to be faded, Ali. They probably been drinking. What do they call that? Eggnog.
Oh yeah.
I bet you could drive by their damn window, Ali, and see that punk behind sitting in the damn window through a damn reef or something on that window. With a damn reef, drinking some eggnog or something, or sitting by a damn tree.
They probably
And
tired
then
of
come
holding.
back on here and say they're not celebrating it.
They probably tired of holding that mistletoe and kissing all day.
God damn.
Oh my goodness, the things they sell the unlearned, and they
This
buy
is my
it.
book right here. The Real Hebrew Israelites versus Edom and Khazariah. That's the book I'm reading from. Started on page 168. Santa equals Satan. By
No
yours
doubt.
truly, Kahan Tazadaq. Go online and get it because it tells you about all of these so-called holy days, which are hell of a days. There's a book
Wow.
right there, The Real Hebrew Israelites versus Edom and Khazariah. You could get it online at Amazon or you could get it on the website. Santa equals Satan. We got that
No.
precept. Luke 2 and 8. I can't believe these dudes are not going to show up, man.
That's all right. That's all
I kind
right.
of want to call them, man, but my spirit's telling me no.
Hey, call them and tell them Merry Christmas and see what they say. No, don't
It's
do
hard,
that.
man.
Don't
Errol
do that.
Thornhill, Benaiah. Who else to send it to, man? Jeffrey Lopes, you on here? Marty
Oh, my.
Ma, David. Wow, man.
God, the book of Luke, chapter 2, verse 8. And there were in the same country shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over the flock by night. You want me to keep going?
So keeping watch over the flock by night. The flock was not kept out in the winter. It was kept inside a stable. So it shows you this wasn't a dead of winter because the shepherd wouldn't have been out herding sheep in the dead of winter is the point, is where I wanted that precept right there. Song of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 11. We see that Hamashiach was born sometime around the month of June because they say summer has, winter has passed in the Song of Solomon. Song of Solomon 2 and 11.
Okay, Song of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 11. For lo, the winter is past, the rain is over and gone.
So winter is past, so we know he wasn't born in the winter.
I believe the ones that's authorizing this celebration too are aware that his birthday was not December the 25th too.
Oh yeah.
Those in
See
power are very
Benaiah
much.
showing up. I see Benaiah in the back room now.
Okay, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard.
It's Joe Thornhill, man. All right, man. Let me read on, man.
Okay.
All right. The date of Christ's birthday was around June the 26th, 70 AD. Let's get the book of Daniel's 9 and 25. Book of Daniel's 9 and 25. Deal with some mathematics here.
Daniel chapter 9, verse 25.
Benaiah finally shows up. And Daryl Thornhill shows up
Shabbat shalom,
simultaneously.
Benaiah.
Things that make you go,
Shabbat shalom, brother Dale Thornhill. Shabbat shalom, Benaiah.
Merry Christmas, Daryl Thornhill. Merry Christmas, Benaiah. Family thing. It's a family affair, I guess. Go ahead, man.
I don't know what that is. I was
Book of
waiting for the
Daniel.
call. Salak, go ahead.
Book of Daniel chapter 9, verse 25. Know therefore and understand that from the going forth of the commandment to restore and to build Jerusalem unto the Messiah the Prince shall be 7 weeks and 62 weeks. The street shall be built again, and the wall even in troublous times.
Okay, so 7 weeks, 62 weeks is 69 weeks. These weeks are weeks of years according to the Bible calculator. It amounts to 483 years, which is 69 times 7, 483. Furthermore, we were instructed by the Supreme Elohim through his prophet Jeremiah not to follow the customs of the people, meaning the other nations who was pagan. Let me tell you something, man. A lot of you people, you go off, man. You follow, you get on here and you talk scripture, but you follow these heathens, man. You go and you listen to that doctrine. You call yourself an Israelite, but you go on and listen to a damn Edomite psychiatrist or something like that. Then you trying to analyze someone with that nonsense. Or you go into their damn forums when the Most High told you to separate from them, man. And every time you go and you mix yourself in amongst them, man, you mix yourself in amongst wicked people. I don't give a damn who they are, man. The Most High's not dealing with you anymore. Because they put that spirit on you. You go to their rooms, you go to their forums. They put the spirit on you, man. Then you start acting this thing out later, and you don't know where it's coming from. Because everyone that you put yourself around, that becomes a part of your psyche. So you go to these forums. You're not separate. The word Kadash means to be set apart, to be holy, set apart. That means you can't have friends that's of the world. We've been over that scriptures again and again and again, man. What concord have Christ with Belial? What concords have likeness with darkness? Therefore come out from amongst them and be you separate. You can't tap dance with that, man. The only one that you playing with is yourself. And I fast and I pray with the Most High start, just striking these people down. And some of you, he's going to get you through your children. Because you care more about your children than you do yourself. So the Most High punish your children also. I know you don't believe it, but he will do it. Someone get that Jeremiah 10 and 2, man. And I'm going to show you the Most High punish you through your children.
Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 2. Thus saith Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Okay, so
For
that
the
means you
heathen-
don't learn nothing of them, man. Not just Christmas trees. You're not supposed to learn none of their ways. You're not supposed to have anything to do with that, man. None of the ways of the heathens. Read on.
For the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs. Oh, you want me to keep going past 2?
Yeah, go ahead. The customers of the people are in vain.
For the customs of the people are vain.
Yes.
For one cutteth the tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers that it move not.
Mm-hmm.
Talking
They
about
are
that Christmas
upright.
tree.
God. They are upright as a palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil. Neither also is it in them to do good.
Con, let me show you that the Most High will he'll get your children sometimes. Sometimes he'll kill your children, man. Let's get the Boreum 5 verse 8 through 10, and someone get Exodus 24 through 6. Deuteronomy 5 and 8.
On Book of Deborim, Deuteronomy chapter
But
5.
some of your
verse
children
8.
come down handicapped, man. I know it sounds harsh, but this is why some of your children come down handicapped and cursed. Some of them come out blind. And you know it's true because they say, well, Master, why is this man blind? Was it something that his parents did? And he said, no, not in this particular case. Well, why would he ask something like that, Ali? Because he know typically that's a curse. He said, why
Generational
was
curse.
this man born blind?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, sir. And someone get that too. Yakinan 9 and 2. So read what you got, King.
On Book of Deborim,
He'll kill your
Deuteronomy
baby in the
chapter
womb.
5.
You guys don't think he will, man. The Most High strike your baby down in the womb, man. This is why women end up having miscarriages and all of that.
That's right.
It couldn't have happened if the Most High didn't want that thing to happen. So you guys take things for granted. The Most High bless you with a gift of having a baby, then you start slipping back into the world. He told you, oh, backsliding nation. So you slip back into the world. He got something wrong for you. You start hanging around these worldly people again.
Mm-hmm.
And the Most High curse your child, man. He don't always get you. Gotta read what you got, King.
God, thou shalt not make thee any graven image, nor any likeness of anything that is in heaven above,
Watch this.
or
Yeah,
that
read.
is in the earth beneath, or that is in the waters beneath the earth. Verse 9, thou shalt not bow down thyself unto them, nor serve them. For I, Yahweh, thy supreme Elohim, am a jealous Elohim, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, unto the third and fourth generation
You see
of
that, Ali?
them that hate me.
That's
You
right.
see that?
Until the
He said,
children.
I'll kill them to the third and fourth generation. So I mean, what does that mean? That means the father might have sinned. Their grandfather might have sinned. Their great-great-grandfather might have sinned, and boom, he hit him with a curse then. You see? And I can prove it. See, when Ham sinned, Ham looked on his father's nakedness. Remember after the flood, Ali?
Okay.
He looked on his father's nakedness.
That's right.
And so the sin, when he looked on his father's nakedness, he must have had the thought of homosexuality, but the Most High didn't curse him. Who did he curse? He cursed Canaan. He cursed Canaan. He said, curse be Canaan, a servant of servant to his brethren. Now stop me where I'm lying at. You see that?
It.
He put that iniquity on that kid. You see that? Now stop me where I'm lying at. All praises due to the Most High, man.
All praises to the Most High.
So the Most High get your children. So you think you slick, man. Then that's the typical person, man. They'll say, oh, Most High, if you do this for me and you let me do this and you let me get pregnant, if you let me win this, and then you right back into the world. You going right around these Edomites again. You taking these damn spirits on you again after the Most High gave you a blessing. But the Most High giveth, and the Most High take it away. Someone give me the book of Deuteronomy 32 and 39. Let's prove it. Nothing can happen. See, when a stray bullet, Little Ray out on the corner, you say, oh, wow, they shot Little Ray. He was an innocent bystander. He was only 5. It couldn't have happened if the Most High didn't want that thing to happen. You understand that? See, you guys think it's an accident. I understand it's judgment according to the Bible. And I know that sounds harsh, but let's see what the Bible says. Deborim 32:39, Deuteronomy.
We're Deborim, Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 39. See now that I, even I am he. There is no Elohim with me.
It ain't no Allah. It ain't no Krishna. It ain't no Confucius. It ain't no Buddha. You know what I mean?
Jesus.
It ain't no Pope.
Mm-mm.
It ain't no poopy pants Pope or the Pope, whatever you want to call him. It ain't none of that. There is no power with the Supreme Malahan. Read on.
Mhm.
I kill and I
I do
make
what?
alive.
Well, hold on, but hold on, Ali. I thought they said God is all love.
Mm-mm. They didn't tell us
God is
that.
all love.
Mm-mm.
God wouldn't do that. God wouldn't kill nobody's what they say. What did he say, Yashabin?
I kill
Mm-hmm.
and I make alive.
So he's responsible for life and death. Read on.
Yes. Yes.
I wound and I heal.
So if
Yes.
someone's about to die, the Most High can save him.
Yeah.
The people that had COVID, 19er, if
Mm-hmm.
that's what it was, the Most High could have saved him. Why he didn't
Yep.
save him? Because he killed, he make alive, he wound, and he heal. And if he wants you to go, I don't give a damn if you get the best doctor in the world. You out of here.
Tell them.
You out of
Tell
here.
them.
Finish that thing out, Yashabin. Watch this.
Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
I don't give a damn if you're going to get a doctor from India, China, whatever, man. And you put them together, man. You know what I mean? The only thing you're going to see is like that commercial. This is your brain and this is drugs. You know what I mean? This is your brain on drugs. You know what I mean? That's it. That's the only thing you're going to see.
That's
Any
right.
questions?
Cooking.
No questions. Now let's get some more of this, man. Let's get Yaka 9 and 2. Let's prove that the Most High. Now, see the reason that this man say master, meaning rabbi. Did this man's parents sin that he was born blind? Why would they ask that, Ali, unless it was a common practice? If the parents was wicked, they would curse the children. So you people better listen up, man, because the Most High is nothing to play with.
The book of Yaka 9, chapter 9, verse 2. And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents,
See that?
that he was born blind?
See that? Now, why would he ask that question, Yashabin? Because it's common practice that he will put them iniquities that your wicked parent committed and bring it on you.
That's right.
And so that if you're a man, you got a wicked woman. Don't you know she bringing sins in your household? See, a wayward woman that won't listen to her husband, there's no heaven for you, man. You're delusional down here. But when that judgment hit, you think you bleed now for 7 days. Wait until that judgment hit. Wait until that judgment hit. And you know what hell is? Hell is the worst thing that you could think of. And guess what? Hell is repetition. It's repetitionist. That's what hell is. So the worst thing that you could think of is going to be happening to you over and over and over and over again. And you'll be begging to get up out of it. You want to get the hell up out of hell. And there's no end to it. So you go ahead and enjoy your little 5 minutes of fame I had. Because the Most High is going to put some stuff in your life.
No doubt.
And no one's going to be able to get you out of that thing. No one.
They will be held accountable. Like it or not. Especially when you've been told the truth. You're being told tonight what the truth is. You can go back, sign, sealed, and check it, and it will be the truth.
I don't want to go too much more in this Christmas. I only wanted to do that to get them men here. Then we could go into the subject matter. Let's go to the book of Matthew, the 24th chapter. We're going to start reading at verse 1. We're going to talk about the signs of the end of the world. This is why people are doing what they're doing, man. This is why mothers are going against their daughters. Mothers treat their daughters like crap. Daughters treat their mothers like crap. Sons treat their fathers like they're nothing. Why is all this wickedness in the earth? A woman could have everything that she wants and go and commit adultery on her husband. It's a wicked world, man. And you're going to put yourself around someone unclean? Oh, you women, I see a lot. if you women really believe in the Most High, you will humble yourselves and submit to your husband. That's why I can't wait until the Most High kill you, man. The Most High is gonna kill you, man. And I can't wait. I can't wait to hear your screams for your sin, your iniquitous sins, because you think this is a game. You think this is a game, man. You think you can follow Esau. The only reason that you women, your mouth is so damn loud and you can do what the hell you want to do because you wicked. But the Most High is going to bring judgment to you, man. I'm going to tell you, most women are not going to make it, man. Not according to this Bible. Because you don't listen. There's no way you can make it without a man. I don't give a damn what they teaching you out of there. Tell them bring forth the scriptures that show otherwise.
Oh, in the book
The
of
damn
Matthew,
women in every nation is out of control, man. Every damn woman. You can't tell her a damn thing. In the only ways, you have the audacity to pick up the Bible should burn your damn hands. Because you don't abide by it. You don't do what it says.
Yes.
You're following Esau, man. When the word of the Most High is going forth, you women, you ought to shut your damn mouth.
Okay.
The scriptures say where 2 or more gather, that's the church. So when the word of the Most High is going forth, you ought to be quiet. He said, let the women keep silent in the church.
In the church. That's right. That's right.
So when the word is going forth, you ought to be quiet. That's it. You keep your damn opinion for your husband at home.
Mm-hmm.
But she's all on platforms in the damn chat room, putting her opinions in all of this.
Unacceptable.
I swear she's right. So I can't wait until this judgment comes down, man. Because most of them are not going to make it, man. And I'm going to be one of the men out there going buck wild, man, giving these hoes $1.50. Straight up and down, Ali. I'm not taking her heads completely off. I'm giving her $1.50 to mess up that so-called beautiful face and let him suffer with the sword of truth. I mean, that's the worst thing. See, death is too good for some of them. You understand what I'm talking about?
No doubt.
Death is too good. You gotta let her suffer, man. You know how they torture people? How they was torturing us, man? On these stakes that they call cross. That's one of the most painful deaths, man. You letting someone that just suffering, man. Just hanging out, you putting stakes on, they suffering. They like, go ahead and kill me already. But you're making them suffer. That's what's coming to you, Eve. Because you were supposed to learn from your foremother Eve in the garden, but you didn't. So let's go into these prophecies, man. This is what you got to look further. This is what you have to look forward to, you and your wicked children. Because most of these children, you're raised by women, man. This is why your damn spirits are so off. She'll take a damn child and trying to raise him and mess the child's life up and then want to give him to the man after she done turned him out. He look at his damn sexual organ. He don't even know what sex he is. Then she's like, oh, you need to go away with your dad. And when he come around his dad said, boy, why are you sitting like that? There's no man sit like that. A man don't hold his hands like that. He been around her. That's all he knows. Let's start with that precept, man. Book of Matthew, 24th chapter, verse 1. To prove all things.
God, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 1. And Yahushua went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to show him the buildings of the temple.
Now, so what's going on in my head? Hamashiach is prophesying the destruction of the temple for the second time, which took place in 70 AD. Read on.
Verse 2. And Yahushua said unto them, see you not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another.
So he just prophesied the destruction of the temple that took place in 70 AD. Read on.
That shall not be thrown down. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately.
Okay, stop. So the disciples came to Hamashiach privately. They didn't go to him publicly. They came to him privately. Read on.
Saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming?
Okay, so what would be the sign of Hamashiach Yahushai's second coming? What would be the sign? Okay, read on.
And of the end of the world.
And the end of the world. So the end of the world right here is not talking about the world's going to end. You see that, Ali? So that's someone that don't have understanding.
That's right. That's
Someone
right.
give me the book of Ecclesiastes in the Bible, chapter 1, verse 4. It's not talking, this world's never going to end. The planet's never going to be destroyed. See, it's talking about rulership. Because right now, the nations, this is your heaven.
That's right.
See, heaven is being in rulership and having the things that you want and being able to dictate who can get a job and who can't. That's heaven. That's heaven right here. Heaven and earth is right here on this earth. You can make life a heaven for yourself, or you can make life a hell for yourself. It's all in what you do with your life. It's not some imaginary place in the sky, in the sweet by and by. That's something that the damn preacher have you heaped up to. So you praying, and a lot of you Israelites are under that doctrine, that philosophy. I get mine when I die. You better get it here and now. Also,
Okay.
you better get it how you live. Who wants to worship a power, Ali, that wants you burnt, broke, raggedy, hungry? You waiting on something, some pie in the sky. Where they living office and hey, we got them. They look at themselves. It's kind of like when they see an Eve with blonde hair.
Ooh.
They look at her, Ali, and this. We got that
her.
one. We got that one. She got a damn hair blonde, got her eyes green. Yeah, I mean, she all made up, man.
Mm-hmm.
But she changed her damn colors like a damn chameleon.
Like the troll dog.
Said, we got that one. When they see a Tazadaq, they said, now we got to deal with him. We can't have that going on. Let's blackball his channel.
Okay.
Let's make sure they don't get any notifications because he's waking people up. We got to deal with Tazadaq. How do you want him? We want him dead or in jail for the rest of his life. If you don't think they think like that, you're crazy. They listening right now. Right now. And if it wasn't for the grace of the Most High, they would have already taken me down.
There you go. No weapons formed against you shall prosper. They can't take it away from you because they didn't give it to you, bruh. Nah.
When you see a damn Eve, she got all this damn weave on, Ali. I want to call her damn name Rapunzel.
Okay.
Rapunzel, let damn your damn hair or this damn weave hanging all the way down to her buttocks.
Artificial.
Crazy. And then all this makeup. But she said, I want a real man. Everything she got on is fake. She got a fake booty now.
She want to be Esau's mate. Esau making her up. Esau telling her this is what beautifies her. Or a simp. She walking around here with blue hair, green hair, troll hair. Terrible. And eyelashes out to here. Look like umbrellas. My goodness.
I call them camel lashes, That's what they look like.
Bring that precept out.
Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 4. One generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever.
For how long?
Forever.
Most I said earth abide?
Forever.
So the world's never going to end. So that's talking about someone's rulership.
Okay.
That's talking about rulership. We can confirm that in the book of Yeshaya 34. Someone give me the book of Isaiah 34, verse 5. My sword shall be bathed in heaven. See, you gotta understand how to read the Bible like it tells you to read it in Isaiah 28, verse 10. Precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little. That's where that Bama couldn't come up against me, Ali. Real priest got the Bible now.
Okay. Okay.
So that Bama come, he saw well, just like the Bible prophesied, Ali. He ended up with a stuttering tongue. I got a stuttering tongue, man. Man, you can't come up against the Ruach HaKodesh, man. I didn't know what I was going to say, Ali. The Most High put the words in my mouth.
There you go.
Say.
There you go.
You understand what I'm saying? I
All
ain't
the
got no
time.
script. I ain't got nothing written down in my head.
Don't
Most
need
High
it.
put this in my mouth, man.
Okay.
He said, don't worry about what you're going to say because I will speak
Mhm.
through you. I will give you a mouth that none will be able to rebuke and gainsay.
Okay.
I have that mouth. Dale Thornhill, you still with us?
Con.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 34, verse 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven.
See that? Okay, now it's crazy to think that the Most High is going to destroy his own habit. No, man, it doesn't mean that.
Mm-hmm.
For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Come on.
Behold, it shall come down upon Idiom.
Idumean.
Idubium.
Idumean. You see how they put that in the Bible, Ali? That's a Greek word. What the heck is that doing in the Bible?
What is that?
It means Esau in Greek.
Whoa.
It shall come down on. You see how they play games?
No wonder he hiding it. No wonder he hiding it. I couldn't even pronounce that. Well, what is that?
Idumea. It's a Greek word.
And it means Esau.
It means Esau. Look it up. Benaiah, you got your. Where's my
Strong's
Xander Van
Concordance?
Dictionary?
Is it in the Strong's? Let me grab mine.
Xander Van, you got to get yourself a Xander Van Bible Dictionary, Ali. And you look that up. The word Idumean means it's a Greek word for Edomite. You understand?
Come on.
So they put that there to typically see the Negro. What's this? Oh, nah, I don't mean nothing. I went and looked it up. It said Edomite. I said, well, hold on a minute here, man. The Most High is telling us right there.
Con,
This is the people of my curse. It shall come down on Idumean.
Con, I got it right here in the Xander Van Dictionary Bible. Idumea, pertaining to Edom, the name used by the Greeks and Romans for the country of Edom. It's in Mark 3, verse 8.
See that, Ali? See that? See the semantics that they play? Now we got it in context. So now we know the world, the planet's not going to be destroyed because we read that oath about it forever. It's talking about someone's rulership.
Okay.
Someone's rulership is coming to the end. So we got all kind of worlds, right? Someone look up the word world for me in the dictionary. You'll find out the word world has more than one meaning. You can have a world meaning the entire planet. You can have a world meaning the world of fish, fowl, and insects. You can have the Arab world. You can have the Greek world. You understand? You can have the world of Israelites. Which world is it referring to? It's talking about the world of Esau. That world's going to be destroyed. Do you understand? Do you understand? 21 gun salute, man.
I happened
to ignorance. 21 gun salute.
I happened to look that word up in the Strong's Concordance, and it told me to go to the Hebrew section 123, and it does says Edom for the Edomites, Esau, and it says red. Who turns red and flush in their face when they get upset? Nobody but Esau. My goodness, these are the facts. No wonder they would hide a word like that. It said to Edom. And then red, who gets, when they get upset, they get red. My goodness, it's right there in the face.
Truth is right there in your face, man. Right there in the face. See, this is why they don't want Tazadaq.
The elder twin brother of Yaqub. Hence the region, Idumean, occupied by him, Edom, Edomites.
See that?
Then they're saying redness, red, rosy, red.
Ruddy.
Ruddy. Yep. Oh my. Look at here. It's all in there. If you ever wanted to hide something from that Negro, put it in the book.
Yeah, let
And
them
then
put
look
in
who
the
they
book.
worship, and look what's going on now with the red rosy cheek guy in that costume. Red Rosie, once again.
Yep.
Oh my.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Mm,
Beautiful,
mm,
Most
mm.
High. Thank you, Most High, for
Right in
waking
their
me up.
face.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, let's go back to Matthew, the 24th chapter. Now we got to understand what world is. Because we getting to the end of the world right here. The signs are over the head.
Con, this is Matthew, the 24th chapter, verse 4. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you.
Stop. Now, there's a reason that Hamashiach said this to his disciples. Listen, because when a lot of you read the Bible, you read it like a textbook. You just read straight through. You don't break it down precept upon precept, line upon line. Now, let's go back here, Daryl. What did Hamashiach tell him to do? What? Read it again.
And Yahushua said, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you.
Take heed that no man deceive you. That means there was going to be people going around trying to deceive you. There was going to be people going around say, I am Christ. There were people going around and say, well, this is Christ. They would paint an image after the Renaissance.
Mm-hmm.
Cedro Bozier,
There you go.
Caesar Bozier, and say, this is Christ. And so, and that's synonymous to telling you that God is white. Because if they're telling you that this is what the son looks like, the son has to look like his father. He has to resemble his father. So they're telling you that's synonymous to saying God is white. And you indoctrinate that into minds for all of these years, and then you take it away.
Mm-hmm.
And say, why can't you just stop? Just forget about the past. Color doesn't matter. Oh, yeah? Well, take down your red lights and green lights if color don't matter.
Shame.
Come. I niggas better wake up from sleep.
They have to. They have to. Each century faces someone who is telling the masses that they are the son of the Most High. You had John Nicholas Thorne, Arnold Potter, and these are 19th century so-called I am the son of Christ. You know, this is a guy who was born in 1799, passed away in 1838 by the name of John Nicholas Thorne. You got Arnold Potter of 1804 through 1872, Jones Very of 1813 through 1880, William Davis of 1833. These are 19th century people who, I mean, every generation has that so-called person who is professing that he is the son of the Most High. Follow him, and each and every time this guy leads him to death. Even up to the 20th century we are in now, you had a few guys who set up there and proclaimed the same thing.
Yeah, well, Yahweh ben Yahweh said he was a Christ.
Yes.
Yahweh ben Yahweh said he was Christ.
Yes.
And I mean said he was Christ.
Yes.
Jim Jones,
Jim Jones. Mm-hmm.
What is that guy, Daddy Grace? Way back?
Oh, yeah,
in
yeah.
the
Big
20s
Daddy Grace. Yeah.
Sweet Daddy Grace.
Yeah, Sweet Daddy Grace.
That was a Christ, man, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
And a lot of people go right into damnation following them, go into bankruptcy, go into financial ruins, all because these guys are false flagging. That's what we would call it today. They false flagging. Can't nobody sit up there and say that they are the Most High Son. They can't say that. That's in that time has passed. And people who follow them are facing a strong delusion. What a delusion they're facing. And of course, if they're going to say that, these people will tell them, well, you know, hey, let me do this and let me do that. Let me be the leader of your lives, and end up leaving these people right to damnation or giving them what Jim Jones gave them. It was a concoction that Jim Jones gave everyone in that congregation, and it killed everybody from little kids. I mean, the stench could be smelled from miles and miles and miles away following these false prophets. I mean, none of these, and you know, they do film it, but I can tell you, in none of these filmings that they did, none of these people are bringing this information out of books. None of these people are using reference books. None of these people are bringing, you know, the apocrypha into this. That's how you know you're dealing with false prophets, because you can always tell they're leaning on their own understanding. So each and every century, each and every generation has these people, and trust you me, it's the lesser energy that's provoking all of this. Because once the lesser energy gets all his so-called united, that's going to be the sucker to come out with great deception, with holograms in the sky. I mean, big time deception. It's big time deception going on now. I'm thinking if you get the jab, you're going to be some type of look. Only the Most High can help you, not some jab. That's just the simple truth about it. So you know, yeah, you've got a lot of people throughout century who are saying that they are the son of the Most High, and it happens century and after century. It's been documented. So my goodness, that is truly a sign of the end. And like I said, no one knows, not even Yahweh Shai knows. He's just gonna get a tap on his shoulder by the Most High and say, "Go get him." Okay, only the Most High Yahweh knows. In the meantime, they do give us signs to know. Look, be prepared, repent, come up out of her, my people. Stop serving all these pagan gods. Call upon the Most High so He can forgive our sins and take us back to a land of our own. But, brother, I digress. Signs of the times. And this world is not going to end. It's just rulership is coming to an end, Doc. I totally agree with that, because I've been seeing Esau going through some hardships I've never seen him go through before. Going through some real tough ones.
That's right. They out on the corners and byways, you know, peddling, panhandling. I mean, panhandling. I mean that used to only be Jake.
All right, man. Let's go back to Matthew, the 24th chapter. Picked off where we left.
Book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 4. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Yahushua, and
So
shall
Yahweh ben Yahweh came in his name. But who Ben Amin came in his name? But who comes in his name more than anyone? Christians. See that? Christians, Christ. Christians, Christ. They come in his name more than anyone else. Christian. Many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ. Read on.
and they shall deceive many. And ye shall hear
Did
of
they deceive
wars,
many? Yes. Because they had a lot of people following them, and they followed them to their death. So they deceive many. Read on.
and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass.
All of these things are already happening right now. Read on.
But the end is not yet.
Then it's not yet.
For nation shall rise against nation.
Nations are rising against nation. This is taking place right now.
Yep.
It's getting worse.
And kingdom against kingdom.
Kingdom's going to come against kingdom. Read on.
And there shall be famines and pestilence and
Okay, you got little children starving. See these commercials on TV. There's a famine. You got the pestilence. They're creating these man-made pestilence. Read on.
And earthquakes in diverse places.
You got earthquakes in New York City now. Diverse places. Read on.
All these are the beginning of
Oh,
sorrow.
but this is just the beginning. Eve. Oh, you want to talk back to your husband? You want to do what you want to do? The Most High is going to do what He want to do, and He kill you behind, man. He plague you with a plague. Read on.
Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake.
This is why they don't like me, Ali.
All right.
He said you will be hated of all nations for my name's sake.
Mhm.
You know how many people told me, Ali, the Tazadaq, man, I love what you're teaching about the secure party creditor. But can you stop putting that damn Bible in it? That comic book? They literally told me that.
Wow.
Well, we ain't
I
got
said,
nothing to
Negro,
talk
what you
about.
say?
Okay.
I said, what you say? I said, I ain't gonna never. I mean, they tried for years, Ali, to
Mm-hmm.
get me to turn. And I realized that was high shaitan coming through them,
No doubt.
trying to turn me away from the Most High, man.
No doubt. He got his little minions that work for him. He got his so-called men in black working for him too. You know, any shape, any form. It can be a male, it can be a woman, be short, be tall. They can try to throw you off your course. Stay focused. They hand in hand that SPC. You know, that's all hand in hand. That's part of what Yahweh Shah was sent here to do, to bring that into relevance. Praise the Most High. He's giving it to you to give to us that knowledge of it. That's really
A
truly
lot
coming
of
out
folks
of
come
it.
on here. They really don't believe this stuff, Ali. That's why they continue doing what they're doing.
Well, they part of the
Because there's no
family.
way that you could fear the Most High and do what you're doing.
Yeah.
Especially you women, man. I stay on the women, man, because Eve is wicked. That Bible's right and exact.
Mm-hmm.
That Bible is right and exact. The whole wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. She'll do wicked stuff and deny it. Man, I can't wait until this judgment comes.
Mm-hmm. Esau got their
Please
mind
speed
all
it up,
twisted.
Yahweh.
Mhm.
God, read on, Daryl.
Verse 10, and then shall many be offended and shall betray one another,
See,
and shall hate
you
one
got
another.
mothers betraying daughters, daughters betraying mothers, fathers betraying husbands, being betrayed by their wives.
That's right.
Your wives going to a true disciples of Christ group and talk about the damn husband because these women think they can do what men do.
Mm-hmm.
You see, when they do stuff like that, Ali, you claiming the Bible with your big damn mouth, but you're not living by it. You're not living by it at all. And the Most High see you. The Most High see you. And judgment is coming for that. God, we
Verse
don't care.
11, and many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
So now the love of many shall wax cold. I see it all of the time, Ali. You could see someone broken down. A brother could be broken down on the side of a highway.
Mm-hmm.
You see 20, 30, 40, 50 cars pass by, and they literally speed up. And they see the man there struggling. They drive right by it. There's no such thing as a good Samaritan anymore. But let it be a hoe out there. I'm going to call her what she is, right?
There you go.
All she got to do is raise her. She'll bend over, put her butt or something in the air, and then all kind of men are stopping.
Traffic jam.
Because you got this. And you don't know that path is going to lead to hell. You'll stop for her, but you won't stop to help your brother out. You just look at him and laugh. Damn, I hate to be him. And keep it mute. And you know how Yahweh Shah is going to say to you? You're going to say, Yahweh Shah, when were you hungry and I fed you now? When were you naked and I didn't give you clothes? He's going to say, inasmuch that you didn't do it to the least of these, my brethren, you haven't done it also not to me. When you passed by Moray Ali, when he had a flat tire, and he didn't have a jack in his car, and you seemed to, you felt good about it in your heart, because you wanted to see your brother suffer. So you just drove right by. So you're going to get judgment for that, you see? You're going to be judged for that. Go ahead, Daryl, go ahead. So the love of many's wax cold. That's what that's talking about. Nobody don't want to help anyone anymore unless there's some sort of sexual you know, favor attached, some expectancy. You can't just stop and help a brother out. Oh, I changed this damn tire. That Negro need to give me at least $25, $35. No such thing as a good Samaritan anymore. So when I tell people now I don't want that, they say, oh, yeah, take it. No, I don't want it, man. No such thing anymore. The love of many has waxed cold. Read on.
Verse 13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
So it doesn't matter if you come into the truth and you last 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. If you fall out of this truth, you're done. Because the scriptures say, he that endureth until the end, the same shall be saved. He that endureth until the end. Read on.
And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations. And then shall the end come.
Okay, so that's how we know when the world's going to end. That's the key verse right there. It says, once this gospel has been preached to all nations in the world, then the end shall come. Why is it going to be preached to all nations? Because the nation of Israel got scattered in all nations of the world. And all of them have to have an opportunity to get this word. Then shall the end come. Then shall the end come. And so social media is damn sure speeding this up. Because this message is just about all over the entire world now. So you guys, where you're apart from your husband, you're apart from your wife, you're out committing adultery. Your husband's in one place, you're in another. That's not scripture, man. You're not following the Bible. The scripture said a man shall leave his mother and father and become one with his wife. That means you got to be living together. So you can't tap dance with that. Because if you're not on the same accord, one of you going to make it and the other one's not. Yeah, read on, King.
Verse 15. And when ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place.
That's already happened. That already happened in the time of the Greeks. When they went and they desecrated the altar with swine's flesh. Read on.
Whoso readeth, let him understand.
Most of you don't have understanding. You don't even know what was that talking about, dog? Come on.
Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. And let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house.
The Negro's gonna go in. He's gonna be trying to grab his Gucci and all that, Ali, and he's gonna die. Negro die.
My.
You're gonna die. Negro die. Most times they don't take nothing. Just get out of there.
Okay.
Verse 18. Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes.
See that?
And woe unto them that are with child.
Okay, why woe unto them that are with child? That's talking to women. Ain't no man having no children, Ali. It says right. Destruction. That word woe, when you look it up, is alluding to destruction. Destruction to them that are with child. Read.
And to them that give suck in those days.
And to them that are nursing babies. Woe, destruction unto you. Read on.
But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter.
Why not in the winter? Because what happens in the winter, Ali?
Cold.
It's cold outside.
Cold out there.
Most people are inside.
That's right.
Most people are inside. You inside, you're going to die, Negro, die. Or on the Shabbat. Most people are supposed to be inside. That's why he said, pray that your flight don't come in the winter or on the Sabbath. Because on the Sabbath, you're supposed to be locked up within the gates. You out partying. You out shopping. You coming to the Shabbat service late. What the hell are you doing, man? The Shabbat starts at sunset.
Okay.
Go ahead, read, King.
Neither on the Sabbath day. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time. No, nor ever shall be. And expect those days should be shortened, there should be no flesh saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Then if any man shall say unto you, Lo, here is Yahushua, or there, believe it not, for there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch
So like it. Let's go back where it says, except those days be shortened. Let's go back there. Except those days be shortened.
Verse 22, and expect those days should be shortened. There should be no flesh be saved.
So most people are not going to make it. You understand that, Ali? Whether you're Israelite or not, you're not going to make it.
That's right.
He said the days are only going to be shortened for the elect's sake. The 144,000.
Yes.
The purified ones.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that's cleaned themselves up. They're not committing adultery anymore. They're not going out and hang with sinners. Because the Most High told you to separate from them. He said, therefore, be ye and come out from amongst them. You hanging out on their platforms. You going to their channels, running their doctrines. You following their way. Those are the ways of the world, man. That's the way of the heathen. Not the ways of the Most High. Not the ways of the Most High. You can like that, understand it, believe it or not, man. But this thing's coming to pass, man. And it's coming quick.
Okay.
You better get yourself right swiftly, man. How do you think the Most High is something to play with, man? Every time someone sin, and the Negro's a strange creature, man. He's a strange one, man. And the niggerette, she's even stranger.
Mm-hmm.
She's even stranger because she know damn well she's supposed to be under her man, but she'll buck up against him like she's a damn bull or something, man. She'll come at her man like she's a damn bull with a damn mouth.
It's a lady with a false doctrine.
Come on.
Lady serving a false god, eating a false dietary law, celebrating false holidays, because Esau, her momentary ruler, is asking her and telling her it's okay to do it. She's got it set in her mind. She's gonna do it.
She's gonna do it. She's still doing it. She can't control. That woman is just wicked, man.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way around it. And they try to use that third grade psychology. Oh, you just hate women. Shut the hell up, man, please. When the word of the Most High is going forth, just be silent.
Mm-hmm.
Just be silent, man. And keep reading, Daryl. Man, this thing's coming to pass, man. I can't wait, man. So this is why you brothers, you better get yourselves right, man. You better stay around the brothers, man, and stay prayed up. Because this is not no game, man. You're going to find out every time you sin, the Most High do something bad to you, but you're too stupid to realize what's going on. You think it happened by chance. The Most High takes something from you, man. He'll make your behind sick. He'll get your children, like we went over earlier. Okay, Daryl. Keep reading, okay?
Come. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
So before the elect's sake, because of the elect's sake, only then those days, the rest of you are going to die. You're going to die. When you're on your deathbed, that's when you're going to want to repent. When your body start to get very cold, you don't want to repent, then it's going to be too late. You're going to hear all these precepts that the Most High put on me to give you running through your head.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're gonna get afraid. And when you cross over, then it's really gonna hit. Ain't no coming back from that.
Mm-mm.
No coming back. Because we don't know no one else that went on the other side and came back and told about it. That was going for a while.
Judgment. Ain't no coming back from that. Only in Hollywood, but we know that's just a facade. People not living like that movie Ghost. Ain't no Patrick Swayze doing nothing like that. That's fiction. Hollywood, I believe, is the reason why a lot of these individuals choose to keep that reprobated mindset, why they just can't let it go. They have chosen to make that television the new pacifier, and social media is the new crack cocaine out there, especially when they're doing it in such an abundance that live in the illusion. My people, come up out of her. But the Most High say, many are called, few are chosen. My people are destroyed because they lack of knowledge. And it'll only be it's 144,000 of the chosen elect. So that means that's going to be 12,000 from each of the 12 tribes of Israel. And us being the so-called Negro here in the States, we are the tribe of Yahuda, as they pronounce it in the Bible, Judah. So it'll be 12,000 of the so-called American Negroes to make that 144,000. That's not many. And I tell you,
when you read the precepts, it tells you 144,000 men. See, all of these are men. None of these are women. Understand that.
okay.
The elect is all men.
Okay.
How do we know? Because it says these men are virgins. You get the precept. Well, where Benaiah at, man?
Right here.
You know the precept I'm talking about?
No, but I can find it. I know we went over it before.
It's in Revelations. A lot of people read that. They think it's talking about men that hasn't had sex, Ali. That's how simple the damn Negro is. Someone give me the book of Apocalypse 14 and 4. Revelations 14 and 4. That's how sick the Negro is, man. He has a need to be taught. They don't understand this Bible, man. Just a Christianity perspective.
Okay. Revelations chapter 14, verse 4. These are they which were not defiled with women.
So hold on a second. Let me clear that up.
Okay.
See, that is not talking about sex. That is not talking about a man that's a virgin. That means their mind has not been defiled by these women. Because a lot of you men, these women, they put them spirits on you, and you become a damn soy boy. You become a damn sick. Because you under your woman. And so this precept right here shows you that the Most High can't use no man like you. The man, he get defiled by a woman. He has his own idea, right, Ali?
Okay.
And the woman come along and say, "Oh, baby." No, she at the store with him, and he don't realize, his weak behind don't realize that. Weak dudes, man. I be wanting to punch these dudes in the face, Ali, sometimes. These weak dudes get to me, man. Now, he wanted a certain shirt, right? And she'll come and she'll give him one of them damn tests. Say, oh, baby, I like this one. I like the blue one. Now, this dude wanted the black shirt. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So she said, I want the blue one. She's testing him. He doesn't realize it because he's been raised by a woman just like her.
Okay.
That's all he know. So he said, okay, yeah, baby, I get that one. And she come to me and say, I like the blue one. I said, oh, you don't like the black one? Oh, well, in that case, I'm going to get me two of them. See, that's how you deal with that damn spirit. You see what I'm saying? I'm serious. I've literally done that before.
That's smooth.
You like this one? I'm going to get me two then. You know what I mean?
No
So I'm living for me. I'm the prize.
Of course.
It's written in my head. So let's go back to this precept, man. Let's get some understanding. See, all of these, you see you women, I know you thought you was part of the 140. Baby. Most High say the leader of my flock, the flock of my pastor are men. This 144,000 is talking about all men that's been purified and cleaned up. No women. Stop me where I'm lying at.
Okay.
Not even David could stop me here. Now calm down. Go ahead.
For they are virgins.
See that?
These are they which follow the Lamb,
See that?
whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto Yahweh and to the Lamb.
And no lie was found in their mouth. So these men, that's what it's talking about, that undefiled.
Okay.
And no lie was found in their mouth. Now, why do the Most High use women when he say all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman? Eve, you already betrayed the Most High.
Yes.
He's not putting you in the end, man. You think you're one of the 144,000 purified ones? You got to be crazy. That's what it is, man. You see that? They're old men. Who don't see that? It should be crystal clear right there. They're talking about old men.
That's right.
It says they're not defiled by women. It's talking about men. I know you don't like it, but that's what it is, man. Now eat it. That's a cold cut right there, too, Ali, for these damn feminists.
That's
and
all
these,
right.
Juanita Bynums and all of them. That's a cold
all right.
cut right there, man.
They needed it. This the book you won't see them really talking about. They won't go to those precepts. No, they won't go there. It cuts. It dance around everything else except that one.
I mean, this is another precept telling you need a man.
Come
You
on.
have to be under a righteous man. You're gonna just
You
gonna
gonna die.
die. You're
You're
gonna die.
gonna die.
That's just, and all the feminists and all the just Nazis and all that stuff. They're gonna get it real bad. They're gonna
So
get
what
it
it
real
is, but
bad.
no, they really don't believe in the Most High. That's all that thing is, man. How you gonna fear the Most High if you think about it, Ali? If you know this stuff is coming down, you going out and do these things. Would you think you got some kind of VIP pass with the Most High?
Okay.
Nah,
No such
man.
thing.
Nah, man. Oh, yeah, I
Okay.
got the VIP card. Most High say I could do this.
Okay.
You got a sword coming to you, buddy. I told you, Marty Money, Negro's a strange creature, man.
Okay.
He's a strange one, man. And the nigga rat, stranger. Stranger. All wickedness is but little. Go ahead, read on, King. Go ahead, Darren. Let's go back to we're almost going through the whole book of Matthew, the 24th chapter.
That's good. That's where it's at. That's where a lot of those signs are.
Mm-hmm.
That's where a lot of those signs are. You hitting a lot of them right on head, huh?
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 24. For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders.
So these false prophets, they're going to have the ability in these false Christs to show great signs and wonders. So that means they're going to have the power to heal people. Where do they get this power from? High Shaitan. They sell their souls. They shall show great signs and wonders. That means they're going to do some things, and it's going to make you wonder, how did they do it? And if you don't have the Ruach HaKodesh in you, you're going to follow those false Christs. That's why you're in a lot of these other Israelite camps. This is why you become a Christian, a Jehovah Witness, a Seventh-day Adventist, a Pentecost, and so on and so forth for Muslims.
Okay.
Because you're following that, because they're showing great signs and wonders. They say, hey, look what I done. But they're doing it through the spirit of High Shaitan.
Mm-hmm.
You see a guy, he's driving a Bugatti. He said, I want one just like that. You know, he's telling him, Ali, he said, oh, the God has blessed me. God is good. They're not telling you what God it is. Yeah, he's being blessed, but his blessing is coming through Satan.
Okay, Mammon.
And he's going to require his soul in the end.
Mm-hmm.
So you say, yeah, I want what he got, but you don't know what he did to get it.
Hmm.
You don't know
don't
how many
even know.
times Goldstein bent him over in the office, man, and went up in his
Okay.
backside. And he said, don't worry about it. Your boys are not going to find out about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to tell them. I'm not going to
Yep.
tell your boys. I won't tell your people. Goldstein, 75 years old, Ali.
Mm-hmm.
He's a young Jake, muscular and all of that. Goldstein running up in his backside to the point that he started to like it.
Initiation.
And you all can think this is made up if you want to. This is real as it gets. You got an old Goldstein in there, man, with a tooth.
They become a puppet for life.
He said, your boy, he said, you'll be set for life. All you got to do is give me some of that cherry. And he started talking to him. You're going to be set for life. Goldstein running up in his backside and breaking. Man, got something on him. If he ever say anything, he'll expose it.
Mm-hmm.
And he go right back in society and get with a woman. But he's acting like a woman for Goldstein. What's going on, man? This is going on in Hollywood.
Hollywood, the penitentiary, which is known as hell, because if you look up that word hell as the Bible uses it, look up hell as the Bible uses it. One of the descriptive words is inmate. So where on earth do they use this word inmate? A place right here on earth. They call the penal system. Hell, right here on earth. Some of those same abominable things go on because a reprobated mind without true guidance will truly act like a beast. And that's what they do. They act unlike they're humans.
And they know what's going on, Ali. The system knows what's going on.
They reward it. They reward it. They know deprivation brings on separation of the Most High. They wait the men out until they act unnatural, especially if they don't have the Most High in their life. If they're not in there with a sound doctrine, with the Hebrew Israelite doctrine, man, Esau will have them. He encourages he encourages what the Most High says not to do. I'll say that much in there. You really have to go in there with a sound mind and truly good morals, more than good. More than good. Esau orchestrates this madness. It's beyond comprehension. Esau is truly a beast. And the things he orchestrates, it just doesn't make sense. But under those conditions, when one joins those unilateral contracts without full disclosure, this is what happens. This is why a lot of them need to stay tuned, especially to the seminar that's taking place, because you'll begin to understand what type of damnation one can get themselves into without proper knowledge. And then when you join into these penal systems without full disclosure, you begin to see what unfolds with, a mindset that has nothing to do with the Torah, the Bible, the Tanakh. Unfathomable things. And it's happening right here today in America. That brings me to 2 Timothy's. If you don't mind me adding that in here real quick, brother, if you can find 2 Timothy's chapter 3, verse 1. That was one that speaks of what's happening as another sign that things are befolding today. And that's 2 Timothy's chapter 3, verse 1. And it says, this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, Is this not going on today? Have they not officiated a piece of paper and said it's okay for men to do this with men? Have they not fallen in love with themselves? The so-called pretty boy thing then really mutated into something. Oh my gosh! What is this guy that fell in love with his reflection and drowned himself? The myth, whatever the case may be.
Narcissist.
Yeah, and this is crazy because men are. That's oh my gosh. The Most High, His Son, is even in the Tanakh saying that He is not. He is not calmly. You see, this is the Son of the Most High. He is being descriptive. He is not calmly. And you look up that word calmly. The Most High Son wasn't appeasing to the eyes. And you brothers know how we can get when we don't, shave and groom and do all these cosmetic things. Well, brothers in the penal system. If you go to maybe a second week and to visitation into the county jail, you'll see a brother for who he is. He himself by then should have stripped himself of anything, Esau's so-called doctrine and really examine who he is himself. But nevertheless, men should be lovers of their own selves, comforters, boosters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents. This is going on. And we had these signs as kids coming up. But what happened? What happened? You go to the judicial system, and the judicial system says, don't discipline them, even though the kids are doing exactly what the Torah says. This is a sign that these are the end times. This is the sign. These are the end times. The kids should be disobedient to their parents. But parents who discipline those kids, a lot of us find ourselves fighting for our own freedom. Unthankful. This is happening. Unholy. Oh my goodness. The so-called doctrine that we're up under right now, not I guess dealing with the 13th and 14th Amendment citizens, that right there is unholy. The so-called legal things, not lawful, but legal things, big difference. Legally, we know what they can do with the same sexes, but this isn't what the Most High prescribes. Lawfully, we already know what it says. Without natural affection. And then I think about the lesbian ladies out there who have to use unnatural things to take place. Look at all these unnatural modifications that they're doing now with the women. Look at the unnatural hairstyles that they're wearing, our women. Unnatural modifications. Brothers. But nevertheless, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good. Despisers of those that are good. Verse 4, traitors, Hindi, high-minded, lovers of pleasures, more than lovers of Yahweh. My goodness. But I digress.
Daryl, let's go back to that Matthews, man. Finish this out.
Finishing up verse 24. Insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect.
But it's not possible. It says if it was possible, they would deceive the elect. So these people that's coming as fake Christ, they're going to deceive a lot of people. And if it was possible, they would deceive the very elect, but it's not possible. So they're going to deceive most of you guys. You guys are going to start following those philosophies. This is why you follow it now. Go ahead, King.
Verse 25. Behold, I have told you before. Wherefore, if they shall say unto you, behold, he is in the desert, go not forth. Behold, he is in the secret chambers, believe it not. For as the lightning cometh out of the east, and shineth even unto the west, so shall I also coming of the Son of Man be.
So wherever they tell you that Christ is, the scripture saying don't believe him. So how do you know what to believe? You got to have the ruach on you. You got to have the ruach on you. Go ahead.
For whoever the carcass is, there will be eagles be gathered together.
Yeah, wherever the dead body is, you're going to have vultures there eating it.
Mm.
Verse 29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened.
Now, this is horrific, man. The sun's going to lose its light. You're talking about a triple stage darkness here, Ali. It's going to be pitch black dark.
Mm-hmm.
The sun shall lose its light. The
Yes.
moon's not going to be shining either.
And the moon shall not give her light,
See that?
Oh,
Read
wait.
on.
and the stars shall fall from Shemayim, from
Complete
heaven.
darkness.
Mm.
And we're going to put out your artificial light, Esau. So don't even think about
Okay.
it. Don't even think about it. Forget about it. Like the grease ball say, forget about it.
Forget about it. You filthy animals.
And the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven.
Mhm.
And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn. And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds,
Mhm.
from one end of heaven to the other.
To the other.
Verse 32. Now learn a parable of the fig tree. When his branch is yet tender and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh.
Meaning near. You know that summer is near. Likewise, read on.
So likewise, ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors.
So according to this, the end is near, even at the door, Ali. Because all these things are already coming. When you see these things are coming, know that the end is near, even at the door.
Verse 34. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled.
So his word gotta come to pass.
Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away.
So he's letting you know right there. He said, before my word pass away, even the heaven and earth was pass away.
But of that
So this
day,
thing's gotta come to pass, man. This thing's got to come to pass.
verse 36, but of that day and hour knoweth no man. No, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered
That's
into
what
the
these
ark.
Negroes gonna be doing, Ali. They're
Wow.
gonna be out partying. You know what I
Boom.
mean? They're hanging out. They're gonna be desecrating the Most High Shabbat, doing what they shouldn't do on the Shabbat.
Mm.
The end's gonna come.
Too late.
He's gonna go to
39.
one. He's gonna go to one of the Eve's house and be at the door, and she's gonna call 911 and say, "I got a black man at my house trying to break in."
Mm.
She's gonna find out that a Mashiach that put her ass to death.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna call 911 on the Savior. Because she don't know what to look for. They're gonna be looking for that Charles Manson type looking thing.
Okay.
Looking for that hippie.
Mm.
Verse 39. And knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Then shall two be in the field. The one shall be taken and the other left.
See that? So that means a husband and wife, Ali, unless they're of the same mind, one of us is not going to make it. This is why the Most High told you to become one.
Right.
So if you're not one of you are not going to make it. One will be taken, and the other one's going to be left. The one that's going to left, your behind is going to be put to death. condemnation.
Verse 41. 2 women shall be grinding at the mill. The one shall be taken and the other left. Watch therefore, for ye not know what hour your
So what we supposed to be doing is watching and praying.
That's
Because
right.
we don't know when he's coming. But we we wait for the Shabbat. We're not showing up for the Shabbat. We are all partying and drinking. We're not watching and praying. We don't.
Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Savior doth come. But know this, that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched and would not have suffered his house to be broken up.
Right. If you knew Benaiah was coming in to still, go out of your house, you would have watched. You would have stood around and watched. But you don't know.
Verse 44, therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not the Son of Man cometh. Who then is a faithful and wise servant, whom his Savior have made ruler over his household, to give them meat in due season. Verse 46, blessed is that servant whom his Lord, whom his Savior, when he cometh, shall find so doing. Verily I say unto you, that he shall make him ruler over all his goods.
Good.
But if that evil servant shall say in his heart, my Savior delayeth his coming, and shall begin to smite his fellow servants, and to eat and drink with the drunken, the Most High of that servant, the Savior of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him,
Right.
and in an hour that he is not aware of, and shall cut him asunder, and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
Cool.
That was the end of
That's it. That's it, man. Anyone else got anything, man?
Okay.
That's it, man.
Okay.
All
Like
praises due to the Most High, man. All praises.
All praises. Like I wanted to touch
David,
on
David.
2 Timothy's chapter 4, verses 3 through 4. And that's 2
David, David.
Timothy's chapter 4, verse 3 through 4. And they say, for the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers, having itching ears, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and shall be turned into fables.
So
And fables is lies. They've been turned to adore and embrace lies. And the itchy ears of the teachers, these are the teachers who doctrine keeps changing up. 1 minute they saying this, 1 minute they saying that. And these are the signs of the times, and we're living in some of those times in which we're experiencing some of those signs right now. Unbelievable. No wonder they took this out of the schools, this type of doctrine. No wonder they silenced and caused us to suffer through this mild state of aphasia, for most of us. But I tell you, I could see with a lot of the scriptures that you brought up tonight that these are truly the signs of what's to come. And praise the Most High that T-Doc has the type of teachings that Kahan Tazadaq brings to the table, because it definitely helps you not to go through these type of, I call them curses. It's a curse. It's a curse to worship a God unlike the one that created you. It's a curse to do in which it says not to do and to be partakers therefore in. And nothing good could come out of it. Time and time it says that again, but when that time is up, where will these people be? I mean, because
They
they're
gotta
tuning
look just
in.
like the man that was whipping their ass for 400 years.
Hmm.
Get on their knees. When they get on their knees, Ali, that's what their God looks like. The same man that was whipping them for 400 years.
Wow.
And they can't get, you know, I had someone admit that to me. He said, man, you damn sure not lying, man. Because when I pray down, I try to get that image out of my head, but I can't get it out. And I
Mm-hmm.
pulled the picture out. He said, yeah, that's that bastard right there. I can't get that image out of my head.
Okay.
Said, yeah, man, that's Caesar Borgia.
No doubt.
Mm.
No doubt.
At least he was honest about it, Ali. Said he can't get that image out of his head.
Yeah,
Facts. Facts.
that's deep programming.
They brainwash a generation, and then when that generation sires a new generation, they already have not only a pre-programmed guardian, they have all the images to back it up. They brainwash, you know, our women and have sweet white Jesus hanging on the wall. So when the baby's looking up, he's looking at those images. And then they follow it up with, you know, taking him to church on Sunday, being lied to by somebody that looks like him. And it's deep, and it starts from the cradle to the grave.
Mm.
And it's a hard thing to break.
Okay. Okay. Like I hold you also expound upon the 144,000. I was hoping that you could touch on too about the seventh seal, because that's coming out of Revelations chapter 8, verses 1. Actually, Revelations 8, 1 through 6. And it says, when he had opened the seventh seal, there was a silence in Shemaiah, heaven, about the space of a half an hour. You know, up in space, you know, they say they hear the sounds up there. So here it is saying here, there will be a silence in space about a half an hour. And I believe, you know, that there is just amazing within itself. And it said, I saw the seven angels which stood before Yahweh, and to them were given seven trumpets. And another angel came and stood at the altar, having a golden censer. And there was given unto him much incense, that he should offer it with the prayers of all saints under the golden altar which was before the throne. And the smoke of the incense which came with the prayers of the saints ascended up before Yahweh out of the angel's hand. And the angel took the censer and filled it with fire and altar and cast it into the earth. And there were voices and thunderings and lightnings and earthquakes. You see these earthquakes that you mentioned earlier that are happening to these places for the first time that we can record and say it. You see, unnerving things are taking place. And the seven angels which had the seven trumpets prepared themselves to sound. And the first angel sounded, and there followed hail and fire mingled with blood. You see, these people are talking about that they're waiting for the sign, or for somebody, for the Most High Son to come back. Look, if you're waiting for to see something like that, you're already too late. You're already too late. You know, if you're waiting to actually see, and unless you're a part of those fighters that are with the 144,000, unless you're one of the 12,000, Well, who has the shield, the buckler of the Most High with him, where no weapons formed against him at that time shall prosper, unless you're one of them, one of those foot soldiers, one of the generals like General Yashabim or General Benaiah, Kahan Tazadaq, or Daryl Thornhill, unless you're one of these guys, or even Brother David Dave, and you can really overstand and live that scripture. I mean, if you're one of those brothers, you're blessed. If you're tuning in, you're blessed. But if you're these people out here partaking in the ways of this harlot known in Babylon, the land of confusion, you know how confusing it is here. Just try using one of the restrooms. You don't know what's going on nowadays. So, with that being said, now is the time. Now is the time to pay attention to these signs. A lot. There's no spookism here. It's just the stuff they're not talking about in these public realms. This ain't the cool talk. I've come to the realization if a person ain't thinking about his mortality, then they're not living. Basically, if you haven't prepared for death, then you're not even living. That Hollywood sells people this fictitious, a momentary lifestyle and momentary pleasures. Ignorance. And to tomorrow, celebrating Nimrod's B-Day. And these are the tall tales of the signs of these so-called people who authorize these so-called faces that they write with imagery and practice idolatry. You guys aren't wondering who authorizes these faces and these false doctrines and fables? And why they keep you away from certain scriptures like this? I think that's that tax court those tax churches, the 501c3 organizations. I can guarantee they're not bringing this type of stuff to the table. It would stop their little hustling. My goodness, folks. But yes,
they cashing in. They hiding the checks that they get in the pot. They hiding them in the wall behind the toilet.
No doubt.
Yeah, that guy got caught with all that money in the bathroom. He gonna get him another new plane, I guess.
And I know Kahan, he was singing the one song Silent Night earlier. I don't know if you brothers had caught that, but they got another one that we practice in the Midwest coming up out of the Buckeye State, and it was called, Old Nick, and it says, who will go up on a housetop, click, click, down to the chimney is old Saint Nick. I say that because another word that we call Santa Claus is Saint Nick. They don't use it in popular circulation now because they're always trying to change up the wordplay. I mean, the stench is still the same. It just has a different name. So if you get a good dictionary, and we're big on references here, get a good dictionary and look up Old Nick. You'll come to find its definition. I'm not even going to say it here. It's very surprising that Old Nick, Saint Nick, or Old Nick, it translates back to what we've always known. It's something that the Most High doesn't originate. Does not. The Most High don't approve of it, basically. But here it is. Here in this particular nation we are in now, worshiping many of little G's, little O, little D's. This is another little G, little O, little D that they taught us coming up in their elementary schools up that way, that Santa Claus, Old Nick, was the guy to be, having some type of alliance with. And then you look up Old Nick in the dictionary and you find out with your own eyes, you don't want any type of alliance with that, or any type of, you don't want any alliance with people who have that type of mindset. Do you really want that person going on a voyage with you? You really want that person the head of your congregation? No, you don't want the reprobated minds to lead you. And this is what's happening. These are the signs.
I'm about to shut this down, man. I'm getting pretty sleepy here.
King.
Like 11:13. These Negroes ready to open their presents in about 47 minutes. No, seriously, man, they be waiting for 12 a.m., man.
I know.
That's what they believe. They ready to run through them presents, man. They can't, damn, Taz,
Wow.
and some of them say, oh, wow, damn, thanks, Taz. Get off her head, man. Ain't gonna sit around and wait for 17 minutes. Start running through their present.
I got to look out of my apartment window and see all these twinkling lights and all of this crap, and go to the store, people pushing you around, shoving you. I'm trying to get ready for the Sabbath. They in there grabbing everything they can grab off the shelf.
Yep, the
to
shelves
wrap
was
it up.
empty in Sam's Club today, man. Literally empty.
Mm.
Out of the shelves.
Yeah, I was in the supermarket, and they in there like roaches.
Mm.
But yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down, man. I'm pretty sleepy here.
Gone.
I don't want to nod off, man.
Shabbat shalom, brother. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom, David Dave.
Shalom,
Shabbat
everyone.
shalom, Mark. Kwam
Shabbat shalom.
Asherali.
Shabbat shalom, man. We appreciate everyone tuning in.
And shalom,
Appreciate
everyone.
it.
Stay tuned.
Shabbat shalom.